Tottenham 2, Brighton 2. Another frustrating game versus these bloody seagulls. Honestly, there are very few teams I hate playing more than Brighton at this point. I think every time we've gone to play these lot, bro, there's some kind of weird game. There's always some type of weird activity that happens. Today was no different. I think the last two trips we took to the Amex, what was it, 3-2 last season? They actually came to our ground and did a 4-1 over us as well. They did the double over us. I think the year before we conceded 4 goals. I don't know if it was 4-1 or 4-2. But there always seems to be goals in these games. It's at a point, honestly, where I'm starting to get PTSD from bloody seagulls. Anytime I see a seagull on the street now, you just got to twitch. Because, brother, these men are getting on my nerves every time we play them. How? 10 minutes into the game, yeah, and we're already 1-0 down. This is not how I wanted my Saturday to go, brother. That first goal, I don't know about you lot, but that was like eerily reminiscent of Ange Ball last season. I know we got caught on the counter-attack, some people will say, but the way that line was so high, Van de Ven, I always say on here, the ultimate insurance policy in terms of when it comes to recovery runs. But that was Jakub Minte. That brother, fair play to him, because the speed that brother had, and then to go round Vicario as well. And Vicario, I'm sorry, you have blood on your hands, my friend, for both of those goals. I feel like Minte, you could say, okay, went round you. It's a tricky one because you maybe think he's going towards the back post. But for the second goal, I know people want to look at Bergvall and say, oh, he shouldn't have played that blind pass into whatever. I think you could see he was getting pressured, so he just wanted to clear the ball out. But then when Ayari gets the ball edge of the box, shifts it, lights one from 30 yards out, I expect my goalkeeper to make a save. I don't expect my goalkeeper to be getting packed in from that far out and that wide as well. Bodies, you could say, were in the way or whatever, but top goalkeepers do not concede those goals. And this is one thing with Vicario, I felt like with these early couple of games, getting those clean sheets in, I was like, you know what? This will be huge for his confidence. You know what? I hope he's cut out those kind of silly little mistakes that we're used to seeing over the past couple of seasons where he'll hit us with a 3-4 month good patch of form and then there'll just be this couple of games where it's like the screws in his brain just go loose a little bit. And listen, today it might not have been a case of that, but I really felt like he should have done better for both goals. Minte went round him far too easily. You could say Minte's quick, but for that second goal from Ayari, I feel like he should do better. But half an hour into the game now, we're 2-0 down. And I'm thinking, we shouldn't be. The way we're playing, I feel like we were the better team going into that kind of half time. So thankfully, we managed to score one before the end of the first half. And at a certain point, I wasn't even sure we wanted to put the ball in the net. Bentancur gets the ball. He gives it off to Odegaard. Odegaard switches it to Kudus. Kudus takes a scuffed shot, it seems like, and he gets credited for the assist. We'll let him get away with it. But then it falls to Richarlison and he scores a deflected shot. I was like, when is someone going to pull the trigger? So going in 2-1 at halftime, I'm already in my head thinking, this is such a typical Brighton game where we look the better team. We're on the front foot, but some way, somehow, we're 2-0 down. And then the goal we score is just going to be a kind of ricochet, kind of pinball machine in the box. But we'll take it. It at least gives us something for the second half where we can go into it and maybe think, you know what? Let's make a couple of changes. Let's make a couple of tweaks. And fair play. Thomas Frank, let this game be a warning to you again. I don't ever in my entire life want to see Xavi Simons on that bench again. Do you hear me, Mr. Frank? I don't want to see Xavi Simons on the bench again. Because when that boy came on, that's what we paid money for. That's what you call X Factor. That's what you call a game changer. Immediately making a difference. Carving through their defense. Dribbling. Creating a chance for Richarlison. Almost wins a penalty as well. But the creativity this guy has is, bro, he's like a magnet. For the ball, he's like a magnet for defenders. And what does that do? Now Kudus opens up. Now Richarlison gets space to run into behind. I absolutely love this boy, honestly. And I know, look, probably played back-to-back starts, so you're thinking new signing. I don't want to burn him out too much. Odebert coming in today was a real surprise for me. That wasn't a start I was expecting, and he showed a couple of flashes, so I hope that kind of lifts his confidence. But in terms of Xavi, he's slowly becoming undroppable for me. The first 2 games, I was already like, he's making an impact, and I wasn't expecting anything this early. Gets an assist in his first game. Game against Villarreal, doesn't get a goal contribution, but you can see on that left wing, everything was going through him. If we didn't go through him, we basically didn't create. And then today, it's like, we're playing well, but we're lacking that killer instinct in that final third. You know what? Let's make a couple of changes. Let's bring on the quality, top-tier player that we've actually signed. And immediately you see the quality and the difference that he makes. So I hope this was another one of those lessons like Bournemouth for Thomas Frank, where he sees the way he's set up, and Xavi Simons is needed in that. Odebert, respect to him, let him get his minutes, but respectfully, let that be against Bodo, Glimt and Frankfurt in the Champions League. I'm not trying to see rotation happening in Premier League games, I'll be honest with you. I love that Bergvall got another start again today as well. I just wish it would have maybe been in a 4-2-3-1 and him playing in that 10, so he's a little bit more advanced to kind of help Richarlison. But Xavi Simons, this boy is special. I'll be honest with you. Like, I don't care if people want to be shy about it or people want to be reserved about it. I love this boy. I knew what he was going to be capable of coming in. Early doors, he's already impressed. And today was just another reminder to be like, you know what? I'm going to take the shackles of this team and make it my own. Because I've said this season, there's leadership roles up for grabs. This is really nobody's team. Over the last couple of years, we've seen Son be the leader of this team. We've seen Kane. Remember, they used to call us Harry Kane FC. This is now open, and there's a lot of young players, the likes of Maddison, Kulusevski, Kudus, Simmons. There's talent there where one of you guys can really take this team by the scruff of the neck and say, I run the ship here. You lot follow my lead. And I think Xavi Simons is looking at the playing field, and he's like, all right, Maddison's out injured. Kulu's out injured. Kudus, you're a new boy just like me. Let me see what I can do. I seen what Cole Palmer can do at Chelsea. He come in from Man City's bench and took over that team. I could take over this slot. So I really hope Thomas Frank now learns that Xavi Simons is undroppable for me, because what a player. But all in all, late comeback, nick a draw 2-2 at the end. And honestly, I felt like it was deserved, because second half, we just kept amping the pressure up. We kept cornering them, and Brighton were essentially relying on just counter-attack. So I really felt like we deserved to win something in the end of the game. Did we deserve to win it? Maybe not so much, I would say, because I just felt like we lacked quality in that final third. And honestly, I think it's going to be a conversation we're going to have at some point. I know Richarlison scored today, but I don't feel like he really offered as much as we needed in that number 9 position. He doesn't offer as much as a killer threat, in my opinion. And Kolo Muani today, I think not even on the team sheet, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check. Yeah, not even on the team sheet, which baffling for me, because I'm like, why do you sign someone to not play him or not include him in the team? And we've seen him on the bench for the first 2 games, but for me, I just feel like with Richarlison, he will get you goals. He will get you maybe 10, 12 goals a season. But is he going to be someone who you can rely and hang your hat on and say, he's going to dig us out in moments? He's going to be the guy to, when our backs are against the wall and we need a goal, that's who we can turn to. I don't see that, bro. I like the passion he plays with, the little cute celebration that you lot enjoy. Cool. But I need my centre forwards to bag. And today people will say he scored, but I need more as well, bro. So many times there was balls played up to him, and I just felt like this attack ain't going anywhere. Like, this attack is actually going to die with Richarlison type thing. So let me know, what do you think is the best solution? Because I don't think hanging our season on Richarlison in the number 9 position, honestly, is going to lead to great success. I think Kolo Muani needs to be given a chance. Dominic Solanke must make an impact when he comes back, bro. I'm not using no injuries as an excuse, brother. We paid 65 million for this guy. I need something. You scored 19 goals a season before you came. Can I get some kind of replication? Can I get some kind of repeat, please? Like, someone has to take that by the scruff of the neck. We saw Tell given an opportunity against West Ham and anonymous, really. So my big concern this season is actually going to be, we're going to have more games like this. We're not going to have every game where we win 2-0, clean sheets, and we're happy about Bergvall's performance and, Palhinha as a wall in front of the defence. Oh, the defence was so good. Nah, we're going to have tough games. We're going to have games where we need individuals to get us out of, and a lot of the times you rely on your attackers to do that. And truthfully, you let me know if you think different, but I don't see Richarlison as that guy that we can kind of hang our season on. And I look at the other options, and I can't confidently say any of them will take it by the scruff of the neck. So Xavi Simons can be as good as he wants. Kudus can be as good as he wants. Johnson can chip in with all the goals he wants. But if that number 9 position doesn't work out, I really think that can be something that holds us back this season. So I hope we find a way to either make it like a collective effort where we're scoring plenty of goals from midfield, or one of those guys can really grab this by the scruff of the neck. But all in all, frustrating draw, I would say, because I felt like there were moments in the game we could have gone on to win it, but we didn't also feel like we fully deserved to win it, in my opinion. But there's definitely lessons and things to be learned from this game, in my opinion. And whether that's Xavi Simons never being on the bench again, whether that's, do we have to make a decision on this number 9 position, just small little tweaks that I think Frank will learn from this. And maybe the 4-2-3-1 kind of, I know we were playing away at Brighton today, but maybe taking that a little bit more on the front foot in the second half. And he did try with some subs, but wasn't quite the conviction we needed in the end. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As usual, always want to hear what you guys think on the game as well. Who are your standout players? Actually, just quickly, there was a couple of duels that was very interesting as well. Minte versus Udogi. What a matchup that was, by the way. That was like pure PMP physicality Premier League football, bro. I can't lie to you. I absolutely love that. And then on the other side, you had Kudus versus Ferdi, Cardioglu. That was another matchup as well. Those two on the wing, those four, they were going back and forth. And I can't lie, that was a good duel to watch. That was, sometimes Ferdi was getting the better of Kudus. Later as the game went on, Kudus was starting to get the better of him. Minte and Udogi were going back and forth. You beat me once, I'ma clamp you once. So fair play to him, but draw seems like an even result for both teams, I feel like. But as I said, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Always want to hear what you guys think. As I said, standout performance. What do you think should be the solution for the number 9 position? Xavi Simons, am I right in saying he is undroppable? Let me know all your thoughts below, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Till next time, peeps. Take care.